To Overwatch. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite heroes. My favorite hero. I even have, like, I'm not going to pick up the big 150 quid one, but look, there she is. There she is. The best girl. 100%. Hello. Bonjour. Salut. Yeah. We're going to talk about Widow. Ah, lovely. Widow and Hanzo. My least favorite hero. It's both of them. Oh boy. Also, someone's recorded this at 720p, but the video is... Oh no. Okay, this is interesting. It's just kind of an interesting border happening. That usually happens when you record at one resolution and try and encode at another one, but don't change this. This is an interesting effect. Or he's uploaded a 720p video at 1080p, and this has kind of happened to compensate, which is fun. We'll see what happens with that. I haven't checked this footage, so it could be garbage. Who knows? We'll find out together. Won't that be fun? But yeah, Widowmaker, Hanzo. Interesting mix of heroes. Pretty good map for both of them, especially in general with Temple of Anubis. I'd say first point, Widow is great. Second point, she's kind of terrible. But Hanzo is actually really good on second point. So between the two of them, that's a good mix. I like the fact that we're checking the high ground. It's always a plus. It's always a great big plus. Looking at our team comp at the moment, I always say to do this, and I will continue saying to do this. Always check your team, especially in the last 5 seconds. You want to know exactly what they are and how you are going to win, and think about how your team wins. So how does this team win, chat? How do they do it? Well, Widowmaker can just pop off. Scrublord can just blow everyone's head off, but realistically, that's not really likely. Riptire is pretty good. Riptire plus Grav can actually be a kind of fierce combo. Odd healer mix, but it can work. Actually, it's not too bad. Enemy team is actually really, sort of vulnerable. Riptire Grav is actually very difficult to deal with, especially if the guy doing the Riptires is good. I'd say in terms of moment-to-moment damage, though, this team is not the greatest. Just because, think about Widowmaker and Junkrat, how often and how frequently they can hit the same target reliably. It's hard to do. It's going to be difficult for these guys to, consistently shoot someone without them getting out of line of sight or getting healed, for example. So you're not going to expect, a McCree to just, shoot someone down. So a lot of picks are going to come through. Oh, God, the frame rate's lovely. Is it lovely? Or is it sped up? It feels sped up. Couple of cheeky shots. Mario goes through. Junkrat dies. That feels bad. Junkrat's decided to go up for some reason. He should not be doing that. He should just be playing from behind his team. Gets shot to death by the Zen and the McCree. I like the fact that we're waiting. That's good. Why's that whistling? You can actually, if they are doing shit like this, just take your time. But yeah, ideally, you want your team to, your team should be pulling aggro here, basically. And then you can set up on the high ground. I like the safety. Nice. Oh! 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 Did we just go back in time? We just went back in time. That wasn't me. That was the video. Everyone get that feeling of deja vu. Okay, nice. Team has pushed forward. We've taken the high ground. Junkrat just died again. Oh, the Zenyatta is ruining people. Way to go, Zen. So what I'd say is you're right to sort of duck away. The moment this Junkrat jumps in, though, we can actually get back out and we can actually start fighting again, as weird as it sounds. Because the Junkrat should be shooting at the lone Zen. If you got 2 DPS and there's a fucking Zenyatta sitting in the middle of nowhere, I expect the DPS to shoot the Zenyatta. I am not asking for too much there, right? I'm not asking for anything unusual, right? It's a Zen. I've played Zen in free-for-all, okay? I can tell you now, people see a Zenyatta, everyone turns and shoots at him. So this guy should be shooting at him. Between the two of you, you should be able to sort of kill him. But what ends up happening is you take a shot, we back out, he takes some shots, and then he dies, and then you come back. So it's it's instead of a 2v1 at any given time, it's 2 1v1s. We do, however, get ourselves a lovely kill on the McCree. I'm honestly surprised you snuck that res. Well done, Mercy. Very nice. Linksa sets this Zenyatta is actually like throwing for his team by contesting you. Like your main tank line and supports will probably just kill their entire line, regardless of you doing anything. If the Zenyatta isn't involved, if the Zen isn't like shooting at your tanks and shit, this is actually golden. It's like by existing, you can actually just win this game. Which is, it's tragic but true, because basically like how does Ryan, a McCree who's been suppressed down and shot down, but honestly it's McCree playing against what, Ryan, Moira, Lucio, Zarya? Like he can't kill all of that shit. The Zarya's just gonna kill everyone. But just to sort of get to something important. Nice, good. Linksa once said something very intelligent. Like, it's very rare for those little, you know, moments between Overwatch leagues, the stuff that they use to like pad out the time and like plug sponsors and stuff, the little guys they do. I think Linksa did one for Widow, and I think it was goddamn cracking, because he said something that's really important, which is that Widowmaker is about knowing when you have time to aim and when you don't have time to aim. And when you have time to aim, that's when you really need to be landing those shots. There was a free kill there that we completely missed. There we go. Was that free kill or is it too blurry? That was our Junkrat. This doesn't go as far back. There we go. And especially in moments like this is when you really got to sort of internalize that knowledge. Is that our Junkrat or their Junkrat? Am I crazy? Yeah, it is their Junkrat. It's a red name. Like, you see a Junkrat doing this shit, you kill him. Like, that should be your priority.
Welcome to Overwatch.
Hey, Artrak, thank you so much.
Good evening,
hey, Stipe.
ladies and gentlemen. How is it going?
This Zenyatta, he wants it. He wants a fight. If you're playing Zen, don't do this. Like, the Widowmaker will land a headshot at some point. When you have Transcendence especially, she'll just blow your head off. Your team will lose a fight and it's GG. Okay, don't just... That was silly. Why is that silly? Let's explain why that's silly. Okay, pretty simple concept. Widowmaker is terrible at 1v6ing. Most heroes are. It's no surprise. We can't begrudge the lovely lady for it. So at this point, if you jump up there, and even if the Junkrat was not standing up there, if you stand up there and start shooting at people, all 6 of these people are going to be shooting at you. That's not going to work well. That's not good. That's not ideal. We want to be just finding cheeky angles. You might actually be better served like poking around this angle and trying to shoot from there. Using the Reinhardt's not too bad. But we want to be very careful about sort of motions like this, where this is just like, oh, I'll take the high ground. We're very lucky the Junkrat didn't notice, and we're very lucky the McCree didn't just shoot us. Oh! Oh! Good lad. I love it. There's something you can do, especially when someone is positioning like this guy, and we kind of do it, because the rank's spoiled for us. Feels bad, man. At this rank, it's like, especially like, you know, any of the mid tiers, any between like 2,000 and 3,000, even into Diamond, I'd say Reinhardt's have this habit, where Reinhardt's will just randomly drop their barrier, or people will do what this McCree does, where they stand here, and they'll like poke out around the barrier for some reason. I don't know why. I don't ever understand why. And you can just like kind of do what you're doing now, but instead of firing, you just pre-aim on him and just hold on him. And it's worth just doing it just for a couple of seconds, especially if your team isn't like interested apparently in doing barrier damage. Just holding on him and just sort of saying, it's almost like challenging the Reinhardt. If you drop that barrier, he dies. And this is why Reinhardts need to be careful about dropping barriers, and people shouldn't just stand still behind them as well. And now we can take our time. Beautiful. None of that. There we go. Tell you what, you're good, doing a great job at actually hitting the Zarya. Like, I really struggle headshotting Zarya. feel like a tiny little pinball overhead. Oh! That shouldn't have happened. It doesn't matter. Honestly, you should swap to Hanzo at this point. I'm pressing the F buttons as if I can swap perspective. I can't. Because it's not my replay. Good lad! Perfect. Widowmaker not very useful on second point. Why? Because the sightlines are way worse. You're really exposed when you're trying to shoot at people. You don't have like a crossfire to work with most of the time. It's just way harder. Hanzo is much, much better. Can sort of deal with the sticky terrain. Well. Well. I've got to say, I've just noticed the name of the enemy Widowmaker. That is incredible. That is a thing of beauty. That is one hell of a name. I love it. Any other good names? Let's take a drink. Not as good as Jar Jar Dinks. That's perfect. Okay, looks good. We're playing a little bit more with the team. We don't have Dragon Strike, which makes sense. We only just swapped. So in this fight, like, your team could win it with just the Zarya, with like the Grav trying to use the Riptire as well. I really don't like Moira flanking like this. The big part of the reason why is Grav plus Coalescence is actually kind of a fearsome combo. It makes the Grav way safer, because when the Grav happens, everybody piles in, including the attacking team. Like, most people just all pile into it. So having a big heal beam that goes through all your team and all their team is really nice. Transcendence is not available. So yeah, you can probably just win off the back of that, because Zen used it sort of on the defense. Even if it was available, honestly, like, that level of pressure combined with the junk just causes problems. Instead, she's gone for a flanking Coalescence. Does she connect the beam with our team? No, Reinhardt just goes huge. Their team has 2 barriers. Reinhardt still managed to get things value with our Shadow. And that is the problem with Widowmaker. Oh my god, guys, I got so many kills. I did so much damage. How did you lose? Oh, wait, you don't actually make pressure. Unfortunately, their Reinhardt might have just brought this back. Your team's grabbed. There's the Grav Riptire. That was rough. We'll pretend we didn't see that. Oh, some good shooting. That's it, we have Dragon. I'd say don't use it. Okay. Zarya's swapped to Diva. That's a choice. I mean, they have a Moira now on the enemy team instead of the Mercy, so the Diva's a little bit better for that. Say for the next fight, we're playing largely around the Earth Shadow, believe it or not. Barrier damage is honestly going to be more important here. So just plug the barrier. Okay, GG. I'd say that kill serves you nothing. Like, dying faster would honestly be the better choice there. You already have full ult. You're not gaining anything. I can hear whistling again. Someone's whistling. The tale of the whistling Widowmaker. Bloody hell. What's going on? Okay. Second verse, same as the first. Like, look at how... Okay. Like, we're doing, like, all this flanky stuff, and we're doing all this cute stuff with the flanks. I've got to ask, what's the goal? That we're going to pop up and we're going to, like, assassinate Zenyatta? Zen's probably playing, like, behind this pillar. Oh, no, he's playing over here. He should be playing, like, back here or back here, somewhere safe. He is, like, the kind of Zen that seems to like challenging people and should be punished for that. But otherwise, you've got a Tracer who's going to be who knows where. They've got the Hammond now. They've got the Reinhardt. They've got a Diva. They had a Winston a moment ago. Who are we assassinating? Who are we killing? The answer is no one. Barrier damage is honestly not going to be a bad idea here. And the reason why is because your Reinhardt is Earthshatter, and if you can just grind down their barrier using Spamzo, you'll probably just win by the value of the Earthshatter alone. Help your Ryan! Help your Ryan! What are you doing? What was this? What was this? Like, that's good. You can see like Ryan's in this big brawl, and like if I can make it out at like 200 bit rate or whatever this is recorded at, think about the damage sources of your team. Hanzo's a bloody big one, right? There's still tanks alive. You haven't killed them. There's still tanks running around over here. Guess who's good at killing tanks? Hanzo. Kill them tanks. Then you can kill the supports after. After they come out of spawn. We lost the plot a little bit there. Now we're out of time. Now we're going to lose. Now that's a worry. Ah. So keep tunneling him. Ah, feels bad. Look how quickly those tanks died though, because we shot them. You playing Hanzo? Hit tanks. Trust me, it's pretty good. It's more of a Widowmaker thing to go and cover the spawns. Even then, you should probably still hit those tanks. Also, I see a very important discussion happening in chat about what you should have with fish and chips. I just have some salt. A little bit of salt. I don't have vinegar with it. I don't like vinegar much. I'm fussy as hell, me, though. But there's a chippy right next to me, like literally 2 minutes up the road, that does like these massive haddock pieces that you can get. Battered haddock. It's delicious. Oh, and they do big, thick chips, and they give you tons of them. And it's like £5 for like a really big bit of haddock, like this big. This like chunky bit of haddock. Tons of chips. Oh, it's delicious. Tartar sausage ketchup? Neither. Not a big fan of tartar sauce, not a big fan of ketchup. Cod for me, I prefer cod, to be honest, but they only do haddock here, which might be why it's so cheap, but it's goddamn good. It's lovely. So this position is fancy as hell. I like to use this position when I'm playing Zenyatta. Let me tell you why this position is good for Zenyatta and not for Hanzo. So, the weakness of this position is if someone goes to this high ground area, they actually have a pretty good angle on you. So you've got to be like hyper aware of what's happening up here, first and foremost. You've got to be super aware of anyone trying to take this. Otherwise, this position is great because you have a really good sight line down to where they're coming out of spawn, and you can see everybody in front of you. The other advantage to this position is that if they dive, if like a Winston dives, he tends to land here. And so you are generally safe from the Winston, right? You are safe from the Winston, you are completely safe from them diving on you. As Hanzo, though, it's not your position to be safe. You're actually less safe because the supports are probably in front of you at this point. Maybe the Ana is somewhere far back, but the supports are probably in front of you, and that's not ideal. You want to be in, like if Winston jumps you as Hanzo, you mash that E button, your whole left mouse button into his face, and he explodes. It's almost like you want him to do it. Like this. Notice that when we need to move to safety, we drop down. Why didn't we just start here? So I think you are literally line of sighting your Ana. This is why it's always worth checking where the Ana is, but if I had to guess, just looking from here. Oh no, she's down here, okay. Sometimes Anas like to play on the opposite side of the point, like with the sight line just over here. If you stand on this side of the pillar, they can't heal you. Safe place is here. I think we are still sightlining our Ana though. Like, we've literally gone to the opposite side of the pillar. And guess what? Brig can't heal! Guys, PSA. Serious business. Look at me. I'm gonna sit up. PSA. For anyone out there who thinks that Brigitta is great when played in a 2-2-2 comp, she isn't. She just isn't. There are so many instances where you need that AoE healing, but you can't activate it because you're in a situation like this where both teams are poking at each other and you just can't heal. Your only heal is a health pack, like every, 8 seconds? I think it transfers into something like 40 health per second for a single person. That's not very good. That isn't enough in modern Overwatch to actually keep somebody alive. If the enemy team, and if you're playing on defense like this one, and the enemy team is playing, God forbid, if they're playing Pharmacy, you are completely useless. If they are playing poke comps, you are completely useless, and they can change. You can't. You can't run back to spawn from here and change to something that can deal with that. Also, your team at this point, they have Nano Blade. They have Dragon Blade full stop. There's nothing to stop that except for the Junkrat. That's not reliable. Do yourself a favor. Learn Zenyatta. It's just frustrating, okay, guys? I know I'm harsh. I know I sound harsh on Brig. I think she's a really cool character. I think she's an awesome design in terms of visuals. I think gameplay-wise, she's a bit... Ugh. I want it to be good and fun. Don't get me wrong. But as someone who plays support, having to support with a Brig feels like I'm solo supporting. It feels worse than solo supporting because I expect the Brig to do things and the Brig doesn't do things and then we lose. Also, the enemy team is throwing, which is always a bonus. Yeah, they're peeking a lot and we're taking advantage of that. I love the Sonics. Notice that we can see like in front of the tank line when we're playing here. Good stuff. Position where we need to be. We get boot, but it's no big deal. We can get back. Don't go in front of the barrier for the love of God. Fine with us dropping down here. I like that Sonic. This all looks good. It's a free Zen. I like the fact that we kill the Pharah very quickly and then the Zen's dead. Good stuff. This all looks correct. Oh, we even worked with the Halt. Very nice. Did play with the barrier. Oh look, they've gone Pharah. Congratulations, you have Junkrat Hanzo to deal with Pharah. Don't know what that Lucio's doing. Feeding. This is irritating, but shouldn't be a big problem. Don't know what the enemy team is doing here. So, just worth mentioning, considering I've seen the panic that was in my own 6-stack. This isn't a 6-stack, I think, but it's worth mentioning. If there is a Genji behind you, he's not gonna... Like, he's charging ult, but that's kind of all he's doing. Fire a couple of shots at him, but don't, for the love of God, do not ignore threats in front of you to try and dissuade a Genji behind you. We did a very good job of, like, acknowledging the presence of the Genji, thinking about doing something about it, seeing a Winston just like faceplant into our team, and then we killed the Winston, and that was good. I liked it. Thumbs up from me. In my opinion, she needs to rework. Yeah, I think she needs to rework. I think her hard countering a couple of heroes in the game is just not fun or exciting for anybody. Like chasing around a little bit, yeah. Like, if you keep killing the front line and just keep annoying the back line. Boy, Brig, I'm sure glad you're here to deal with shit like that. I was about to say, like, oh, you've got a Brig as well, so, like, yeah, he can't just jump into you. She's literally there with you. Good job, Brig. I don't like Brig in 2-2-2. It's too easy for the enemy team to just play around it. Someone wrote the Genji and us led the Blade. I think the team's lost anyway. Like, so many people are dead. Yeah, she did. It's gonna happen. Like, you got a Junkrat in there, you got a Diva. Someone's gonna wake her up. You could try and contest this. Actually, with the patch changes, but yeah, like it's really weird to me because my instinct is still don't bother. But in theory, you could try, and you'll still get a good respawn. That's something that I think everyone's going to have to get used to. I think in that case, like, if you do go and try, you try and die on point, but you also just, like, you're trying to just generate an ultimate. You're not actually trying to contest in reality. You're just trying to get some ult charge. This is really weird. Like, I don't know why the Orisa's all the way over there. What is... Did you get booped? How did he get that far? Like, that boop should not take her that far. She shouldn't need, like... Ugh. That's why I say benefit of the doubt. Just don't. Just don't contest that first point. It's pretty much never worth it.
Welcome to Overwatch, Monster.
Hey, Clever Warren.
Bounty, you're no friends.
Oh god, that Italian's about as good as mine. Buongiorno indeed. Oh! Where can I get that aimbot? No, turn it back on! Turn it back on! There we go. Perfect. Even with the new respawn timer, like, that Orisa was kind of half in, half out, and she just lost it because of the indecision. And honestly, I don't think the Orisa could have even made it there anyway. Like, I don't think the change they made actually works. By the time you get there from respawning, it's like all 2/3 are gone. The last one's usually almost gone anyway, and then you just die and give a ton of ult over. What is the Junkrat doing? On the bright side, against this team, like, there's a lot of places we can be that is pretty safe. Like, with how they swapped with the Reaper existing now, you could have just stayed on this high ground. Like, we don't need to do the fancy wall humping stuff. We can just stay on high ground and shoot here. What's going to happen? And, like, Genji's going to shoot us a bit, but as long as we're strafing, he's not going to do much. Under aim! Under aim! Woo! Just because you can spam all 6 arrows doesn't mean that you should. It's fine, Briggs holding the right mouse button and outskilling people. Because their team does, like, well, Reaper does a lot of damage, but you kind of blew him up. And Genji can't deal with it. Oh my god, maybe I've been wrong. Actually, no, you got a Moira now instead of an Ana. That actually makes more sense. Moira can kind of put out the healing that Brig lacks. Let me put it this way, there are going to be very few cases where it is worth taking another attempt at defending A. Like, unless you all died and then they moved on to the point, then maybe you can try and go for it, but I like this. I like this a lot. That was very good. At least that's what my thought was when I saw that you had, like, when this combo was coming. Which is that you just Dragon Strike your own team. Because he's going to go for it 100% of the time. He's going to go for that. Turns out Briggs slowing him down a bit as well. But if everybody just stays inside this thing, he's going to have a really difficult time doing anything. Also, the rest of their team can't really follow up on it. So, okay. Good job. We're tunnel visioning a little bit here. Like, the D.Va's shooting at us, which is annoying, but we could have honestly been looking where that Genji was, for example, and, like, helping deal with that. This is not scary. Like, you got a Moira, she's healing you. I think I'd rather see us just stick on that Genji. Get rid of him. Good to see Junkrat's contributing. That's always a plus. Look at that. What a king. Did you just miss one of those? That's embarrassing. I sure hope some smartass doesn't point that out. Oh! Oh! Way! That was really greedy of the Farah. Well, Moira got outskilled. Brace yourself, you're about to be outskilled. Oh! Nope. Out freaking played, lad. I thought you'd got it. I thought you'd done it by actually going onto the high ground and dodging that. But no, the other cooldown and the fact that he can hold left mouse button and even use right mouse button. Oh! Oh, outplayed. Isn't it fun knowing that he has to land a single cooldown and you'll die? That's exciting. Who does he think he is? Brigitta? Just look at the kill feed. Just look at the kill feed. Oh, what has happened to Overwatch? Oh god, it's depressing, isn't it? Like, I'm actually fine with what we did there. With the McCree, actually. With the McCree swap, this is a little bit greedy to just sort of stay here and do this. But I'm fine with us being up here, at least. Oh, I'm a bunch of oh! Almost. Oh, I managed to pull muscles in my shoulders. Oh, oh god. I was carrying too hard last night. You've outplayed Lucio as well. Well done. I'm being smart. I'm being a smart ass, I know. I'm not the biggest fan of like this motion that we did. This motion. Say that in the weirdest way. Like, I appreciate the idea of like firing it at an angle to try and cover the point, but I'd like to see us just run for the point instead. And then if you're gonna do this, like, you do it from here. Like when you're closer to the door. By going further into the spawn, we're just delaying the amount of time it takes us. And these dragon strikes across point very rarely kill more than one, maybe two people. Like, it's very rare that you're not going to kill all 6 of these guys, so you need to be getting it out there. And then Doomfist is going to outplay us. Oh no, Farah finished that one off. Good job, Farah. Okay. Let's start out on the Widow, in summary. I think overall the Widow looked fine. Like, our accuracy seemed okay. The big thing to realize, I think, for us is like, is finding those moments when you know that the person trying to cover you is being contested. So the example being sort of the Junkrat jumping in very early on. See if we can find it. It's going to be further back than this. I'm going to send us all the way back. Is this it? This might be it. Alright, so we go up here. Zen contests us. Okay, shit. We got to get out. That's grand. Junkrat's in. I think at this point, like, you de-scope and go aggressively. You just jump back around and you just try and get back to positioning on the Zen. Because you know that the Zen has to deal with 2 threats. And he can't deal with 2 threats. He just can't. The other factor is, yeah, just taking our time when you know we can aim, but it looks like you're doing that pretty well already. I love these shots on the Zarya. Like, that's legit hard to do. I like the fact that we waited for the Discord orb as well. Some people don't for some stupid reason. Like, they just let Zen aimbot on them. Don't do that. Don't let Zen get a free aimbot on you. He will kill you. And the other thing as well is just like that Rhine barrier thing I mentioned a while back, which is just don't be afraid to like put the crosshair on somebody that Rhine might, you know, fire strike or some shit. And just avoid these greed situations. But yeah, like, everyone's focused on your team. This is a moment where we can just put the crosshair on this guy's forehead and then get the shot. And we kind of do it, but kind of don't do it. Be patient. I'm honestly fine with this, just like firing a couple of shots at the Mercy there, just to like make her not try that res. If you went for it, then free kill. You get it anyway. Good shooting. In terms of Hanzo, like, just a little bit of our target priority. It feels like we're underestimating how good we are against tanks at certain points. And just positioning, like, Hanzo is very strong when positioned with the team. So, like, don't be afraid to just stay with the tanks and stay with the team. You can play from that position, even though it says you're a sniper. You really are more mid-range, and you play very nicely with the team. You can sort of flank and flank clever angles, but honestly, that playstyle stopped being rewarded the moment they took out Scatter Arrow. Now that you've got Storm Arrow, you can just stay with the team and spam pretty effectively. Especially if their team is very tanky and not really assassinatable. You're not going to just fish out headshots and just blow up Reinhardt, for example. You've got to go and, you know, just win the barrier war, stuff like that. Play with the team. Go from there. Otherwise, yeah, that's going to be it for this VOD. How much time do we have? Half an hour. I think I'm going to round it out doing something else. So, if you do want to send in footage, please do so. I need as much as I can get. I have a little bit more that I can do another day for now, but please send more in. If you're doing placements, I will say now, you do not have to include the hero rank. If you don't include the hero rank, we can play it as like guess my SR sort of thing. Just hide it in the email, like put it somewhere where it's hard to see, or maybe have it, I don't know, just be in chat on Coaching the Many days. I want to do Coaching the Many generally on like Saturdays and Sundays. This week is a little bit different because it's the Atlanta thing, but I generally want to do it at like, well, now that Overwatch Stage 3 is over, actually, it'll be back for at least a week, I think, at 7 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday. If not, it'll be 3 hours before Overwatch League starts, and then I'll start going through the VODs. They will be uploaded to YouTube as well, so you can find them there. Otherwise, yeah, send it into oamreviews@gmail.com. Include a little description about the game, things you want me to focus on, and I'll try and read it. And yeah, it should be good. Alright guys, that's going to be it for Coaching the Many. I need to fill half an hour, so I'm probably going to play some free-for-alls just for a laugh, just for a giggle. It should be good. Thank you for watching if you are watching on YouTube. Thank you for joining me on Twitch if you are joining me on Twitch. I'll see you soon. Don't actually go anywhere. Don't leave. Don't. Stay put. Stay. Don't leave me. Let's see. Boom. Join Ryan's viewer games. Are they still going? We can find out. There we go. That should be fine. I can't see Ryan on this account. Ah! What account is he on? Let me swap my account because I think OAM has more eyes on Ryan. How's everyone's day, chat? It's been going good? World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth has started an update. I don't care. Give me classic. I want classic. Do you want one more potato placement from me? I love the thumbnail for the potato CTM. See, I wasn't sure of doing that, but it seems to have worked. Oh! 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 Loot boxes. I have no idea what account Ryan's on. So that's a cool spray. I like that spray. That's a really nice design. Surprise mechanics? I know. Oh, I'm so surprised! Oh, it's all currency. Also, I should, while I'm here, boom. Done. Should also probably... Why not? Like, I have the coins. It's not murder, it's a surprise funeral. I know with G2A, like, people are saying, like, with the G2A returns thing. Can I just join on Missile Mage? Is that gonna work? Is Ryan gonna be mad if I just, like... I trust I'm not, like, just joining in on... Wahahaha. What account is Ryan on? It's on Ryan Central. Does he have another Ryan Central? I guess we could spectate, but yeah, this is always the issue I've had with viewer games. Oh, yes. Finishing my stream up. Can chill and snoop on this. Yeah, this is always the issue I've had with viewer games, which is like trying to balance them. Am I locked in? Can I not snoop? I can only snoop on Missile Mage? I can only snoop on Missile Mage!
Together.
I can only snoop on one team. You know what? I'm gonna backseat the shit out of Missile Mage. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do.
Traveling to Nepal.
Brr, 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 brr. Forum has been going mad over the whole "it's better to pirate." Yeah, I've been watching like a lot of Jimquisition lately. Like I know Jim's been all over it as well, because G2A sort of made a statement back of like, well, we don't actually make that much money, and if they can prove it, then we'll reimburse it 10 times over. I did see some people going like, oh, G2A aren't actually doing it, it's just indies being entitled, wah, and that just, I don't know. Like, there are games that are on sale on G2A en masse that aren't actually, like, that have never been on sale, so like some people are like, oh, well, all people are doing is going to the Steam Summer Sale and buying tons of indie games are at like 80% off and then selling them on G2A, and that's what they're doing, but in some cases those games haven't been in those sales, so it's a bit weird. Do you back to see the support hero in the game called So I've got to say, I do not like that healer mix. I just don't trust Mercy that much. Very aggressive positioning for Missile Mage. Like, oh, very aggressive swinging is what I should say. Still, ooh, way too aggressive swinging. Ooh. Ooh. At least they get the res, but... Oh, no, Zarya's doing a good job. Tog's looking for the finishing blow. Oh, Genji just gets away. Tog's end up going down. I've got to, like, cycle through people. So, yeah, the problem there is, like, he went into the enemy team when he was advancing on the enemy team. When you're, like, pressing into them like that, you've just got to have the barrier up, especially if they have, like, McCree and shit.
My servants never die.
He'll probably take some swings now. Why is he burying now? Take some swings. If the entire enemy team is behind you, you might as well swing at him. Good, 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 good. Barrier up while you are antied. Nice. Okay. Her ult is purely utility. She detects enemies with her mines. She can get herself to safety with grapple. Her headshot CC lasts about 10 seconds. Nice! I think he got a Genji with that. Just about the fact that not everyone's dead. Oh. Oh, help the Mercy. Good lad. Good lad, Missile Mage. Okay, this is a bit nuts. I don't know why we're this far forward. Because this area is this far forward? Is that why? This area shouldn't be this far forward. And we don't compound mistakes with other mistakes. Oh, Brian. He's got you. He's got you. Don't like dinner. That's rough. Don't think the grappling's needed. It might. It's kind of hard to tell, like without an overall perspective. I kind of understand the use of it. Good. Give this widow some respect. Look, why are we turning the corner when we have with barrier dropped? Jump around the corner with barrier up. It's safer. You don't get your head blown off.
My servants never die.
Whoop, 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 whoop. My waifu started spectating. Oh my god. I think she's in the game though. Widowmaker's already playing. Too strong. Oh, what a king! Good job, Dins. Dins77. That was beautiful. That was. Mwah. Ah, it's my favorite play. It is my favorite play on Lucio. To boot people into lines. Ah, it feels so nice. Mmm. Spicy. I love it. Jump! Whoa! 360 no scope. Oh! It's fine if the Doomfist engage on you. Oh, that's awkward. Kill that diva. Get her. Get her. Oh, yes! Good lad. Oh, nice! I love it. Good job. Oh, worth a shot. Okay, let's see what they got. How do they win? Oh, they've got a blade, but they've got to be careful. Maple's feeding a little bit as well. That's a bit scary. Why is this Doomfist obsessed with Reinhardt? Okay, that's a bit much. You had time. Lol. Lol. Oh dearie me.
My servants never die.
Ryan should get bonus damage for an Earth Shadow that high? Yeah. Maple's given up, yeah. I think Maple's fixing their DPI like they mentioned earlier. But my DPI has changed. Being at Rhinos DF is an easy way to get the shields. Yeah, but you don't, like, you're tankier, congratulations. You can just kill people instead. Okay. Completely different hero mix. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Nice. This is a lot better. Swing, barrier, barrier. Swing. Cheeky other one. That's greed, but pays off. Just keep going. You're in now, you might as well stay in. Where are we going? Okay, you got the orb, that's fine. Stick with your team, don't get isolated. Go where to die. Good lad, Mr. Mage. Oh, that's a bit worrying. Nice. Oh, what? He could go for a big flank here. Ah, he's not going for a big flank. I think he might just die here. Oh! 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 Got him. Got him. Just as planned. Whew. Whew. Oh, the flick. It's huge. Oh, it's huge. Oh my god. Oh no! Oh! Oh my god! And the Dragon Blaze to clutch. I can't find the Genji. Can't just select the UI. Oh, that poor Lucio. Oh no, we've all been there. I'm coming! Nice. Nice and quick. Nice. Find your runner. Find your healer. Where's your healer? Oh, the Zen needs help. Oh, keep him help. Keep him healthy. What are we looking at? Block for that Widowmaker. There's still a Widowmaker. She's still alive. I didn't see her die. I think that Zen's still low. Alright, what are they playing around? Trance, whole hog. Couple of picks. No one can hide from my soul. Fuck! That goddamn nuke! Don't know what that sound barrier was. Not very good, I think, was the answer. I want to do a bit of Statler and Waldorf. You got this. 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 Bit excessive, but still. Boom. Good lad, Missile Mage. Good lad. 10 out of 10.
Score 1-1.
She should be screaming I surrender before she gets blown to bits. I'll have you know that stereotype for the French surrendering is very unjust. Actually, I think a propaganda effort in World War II sort of shamed the French for basically getting destroyed by Germany. And they still put up continued resistance regardless of being occupied. Otherwise, they've been a major player in pretty much every single war they've been in. Okay, we've got a Winstonio. Looks like they've opted to go left. Oh, Junkrat. Oh, Nerissa. You gonna claim the space here? Bit far back, but hey, nice. Whoa, a little bit far forward around that corner. Oh god, panic. Oh, look at the panic. Oh god, what do we do? Okay, that's fine. Yep, we don't need to go around that corner. Positioning was grand to start with. Loved it. Oh, this is good. This is better than my Winston. Which isn't saying much. This might be greedy. Nice, nice. Good shit. That's the Napoleon period? They won for a long time. It was only when, you know, Big Daddy Britain got the beat stick out. That's greedy. Might work. I think Dogs is feeling himself a little bit at this point. Oh, there we go. That's kind of what I expected. It's fine. You got whole hog still? No, you don't. You got sod and all. Expect a real brutal engage in a couple of seconds. Oh, here it comes. You got trance? Nope. No, you don't. So, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Oh. We seem indecisive. What's the plan here? What are we doing, Missile Mage? Okay, stalling as long as possible. Okay. Okay. Clearly a planned rotation between Togs and Missile Mage. Fine. Got a couple of extra percentile. Though historically France has always been strong in war, yeah. They had like the second greatest empire to rival ours. Hi, Reaper. Ah. Oh no! Oh! Oh! He's fighting the Winston. Not ideal. Get out of there, Missile Mage! Get out of there! But Missile Mage was a Zen player. Oh! Why has it happened again? I appreciate the barrier, I don't appreciate the fact that he can't teabag while the barrier's up. I think I would have dropped the barrier just to teabag a little. That's just me though. Feels like his team should have been helping him more there, not gonna lie. I noticed the moment he dropped the barrier, the grenade went through. It feels like they should have been able to push that Winston out. But then again, they're playing like Widow Genji and now it's Genji Tracer. It's not really great anti-tank shit. McCree's come out, but it's a bit too late. Oh! That's rough. You can see what he was thinking. You can see what he was thinking. But remember, the road to bronze is paved with good intentions. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 Missile Mage is back! Star of the story! Oh, he blocks the Reaper, returns? No, he doesn't fully block the Reaper. Feels bad. A for effort, A for effort. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think Ryan is done.
Play of the game.
Way! Our boy Missile Mage. Let's take a look. He's just swinging through the team, manages to get the charge in, nails Ryan Central, now hunting down the Arno, blows her away with a fire strike, turns around, Diva's just there to be cleaned up, absolutely no problem. Missile Mage coming in big with a play of the game. Nice. I also got some Overwatch League tokens. There we go. I also reported people. It's always nice to see. All right, guys, that's gonna be it from me. Then I'm gonna finish it there. I'm gonna find someone to host. I assume Ryan's also done, so I can't just host him. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me, guys. Thank you for joining me for Coaching the Many. It's been my pleasure, and I'll see you again. I'll probably stream a lot tomorrow, but it won't be Overwatch, just because it is like Owl happening. I'll probably just go back and we'll play a shitload of Metal Gear Solid 5 and keep playing that, and continue that tomorrow. So expect that at some point. Don't know exactly when, but we'll do so. Otherwise, yeah, I'll see you on Monday for more Overwatch stuff. So be ready for that. But weekend's gonna be a bit weird because it's Atlanta. So we'll see. We'll see. Bye. Also, thank you for supporting. A lot of subs today. Gotta shout you out. Very much appreciated. Especially now that I am going to get your friggin' money. I was furious. Okay, I'm going to bring it back. Like, you guys have no idea how stressful it's been. To, see, you have subs and see the money, on the Twitch page. Hey, look, there's a couple of $100 there that should be yours. And it's not being sent. And it's just how do I explain? At some point, do I need to try and explain to my subs that they're giving me money, but it's not going to me? That's very frustrating. I was very tempted to just start sending out some very angry tweets. I'm like, Twitch, can you please explain to my subs why they're giving you money, not me? Can you guys explain that concept to them? Because it's just not fair for me to have to do it. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. Hopefully that's fixed. It should be fixed. I've been told it's fixed. Hopefully it is. For God's sake. Thank you, Clive, Arterak, Boyga, Spilo for the host as well. That's very much appreciated. Gwen, Kid Brisket, Smelgrath, Dribs, and someone called Fodder282 as well earlier on today. Very appreciated. It's all Twitter. No, they've said they fixed it. They've said they fixed it. We'll see. We'll know soon.